not going to be worse than Aaron digging in the garbage can like he does every week.
Oh, welcome to the podcast. We are glad to have you with us, wherever you happen to be. And Brian is back after a month-long sickness with the flu. It about killed him.
It's rough.
Charlie on the.
Sure he's a zombie.
No, I think he's all right. He looked kind of rough when he got here this evening. I thought he must have had a rough week at work, like I did.
It's been a little bit of difficulty, yes.
Yeah, it's been tough. Half the school's out with the flu right now. Fortunately, most people are being smart, which is something that you don't get a whole lot sometimes when you're dealing with people. But most people are keeping their kids home right now, which is good for us, and hopefully we will be able to survive that. Charlie on the couch with us this evening here on the house party this evening. We have Aaron from Dallas, Texas, as always, and also on the road somewhere between Orlando, Florida, and Louisville, Kentucky. Our good friend Tim is sitting in a Pilot Station parking lot waiting for his family to get back out on one of their many excursions for a I'm not going to say anything. I don't want Tim to.
I'm at a Shell station somewhere between Lake City and Valdosta.
Wow,
That's where I'm at. Yeah,
that's amazing. How was your week though?
It was probably our best Disney trip that we've had. We really enjoyed it. Stayed at the Art of Animation, so we were upscale.
Nice.
I guess I don't really know. Brian would probably tell you that we're not. But
No, you
no, that's actually a pretty good place.
That's a nice one. That's a nice one.
yeah, we stayed in the little Nemo rooms.
Oh.
So it was fancy. Got to do the Avatar ride, the flight of whatever.
Flight of Passage?
Yeah. Did you guys do that one?
We couldn't get a fast pass for it. How was it?
That one was really, really fun.
Yeah.
We didn't do the other one, the River
Journey, yeah.
The river of life was all right, but I was kind of disappointed. It just wasn't very long. The animatronic was good.
Yeah, very good.
The journey flight, whatever it is, I don't know what they're called. The flight one. So you sit like you're like riding on a motorcycle, and it's like you're riding on a Banshee, and it just puts you like in front of a big screen like soaring. But it's pretty cool because like while you're riding on the Banshee, you can actually like feel it breathing, and as it flaps its wings, it actually feels like you're in motion with the flapping of the wings. So they did a really good job making it feel like you're actually riding on something.
Was it anything like the? I don't know if you've ever ridden it over at Universal. Was it anything like the Harry Potter ride?
I've never
read that one.
I haven't been to last time I was at Universal, I was attending the old Beth Haven. So
okay.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, that one's cool because it's got like a dragon that actually like blows fire at you, and that was pretty neat. I didn't know if it was anything like that or not. But
it's literally like you are. It's one of those things where they're trying to make it simulated, so you're like riding on this thing, and the screen opens up, and you're staring at this humongous screen, and it's like it's flying. It's kind of like Star Tours, how you're sitting there and it's taking you like you're flying. It's like that, but it's like you're riding on a Banshee.
Oh, okay. We didn't do that one. We did the River of Life one, but it was like a I don't know, like 137,000 minute wait down there when we were there for it in June. And
we did the Fast Pass.
We got caught up into like a middle of a tropical storm when we were down there at Animal Kingdom, and everybody who was left in Animal Kingdom went to Pandora. I don't know why, because there's nowhere over there to get out of the lightning. So everybody was in the gift shop, and then everybody's like, hey, let's go ride that one. So it was like a 13,000 minute wait. It was terrible.
Yeah, by far the coolest thing though was Star-Lord and Baby Groot.
That I told you that was going to be awesome. Just the way that thing interacts, and the CGI on that, or not CGI, but the animatronic on that was incredible. Yeah. And we really like that.
The kid before us had a dance off with Baby Groot. It was pretty cool to see.
That's cool. We like the Kylo Ren one too. We went to that one, and he was.
Kenzie's too chicken to see Kylo Ren.
I think he was a little bit taken back because he was like, "I want to have you come to the dark side." And Susie's like, "Okay." He just kind of stood there and looked at her, and he's like, "Oh, good." It's like, 'cause most people are like, "No, I want to be like Ray." Not my kid. No, she didn't want to do that.
We did have a General Hux sighting on the Star Tours.
Oh, that's cool.
He pops up on the screen now and is like, destroy them.
That's cool. That's very cool. Speaking of terrible lines or terrible things this evening, Razzies. The Razzies have it is award season out there. Many different award shows coming on and being on the last couple of weeks. And this week we are getting into kind of the swing of things with the awards, but I'm not really into the Oscars or into any of the other Grammys or anything that would really seem important. So tonight we are going to be talking about the Razzies, and the Razzies, of course, are the worst movies ever possibly made. And the nominations for the Razzies have just recently, in the last week, come out. So what we're going to be doing this evening is we're just going to be running down the list of those that have been nominated by the Razzies, and we're going to give our predictions on who should be the winner in each of their categories this evening.
Justice League should sweep them all.
Unfortunately, Justice League
Didn't even make it.
Didn't make it. No,
That's ridiculous.
But
I don't think Justice League was even good enough to get nominated
For the Razzie, it was so terrible. It wasn't even terrible.
And then what we're going to do after we looked at the list is there's actually a list of the top 10 movies that should have gotten to the Razzies but didn't. So we'll be going around the horn tonight and talking to them. So we're just going to kick it off this evening and talk about the first category that they have this evening is Worst Picture. This is the worst picture of the year, and I'm going to give the list here, then we'll go around and see what each person thinks or who should win it. On the Worst Picture list is, for possible, the nominations are Baywatch. That is number one on the list. Number two, Worst Picture, is The Emoji Movie, which I think Tim has seen.
I've actually seen it too.
Did you?
Pretty good.
I've seen multiple times.
A movie that we banned Aaron from even talking about earlier in the year, 50 Shades Darker, is on the Worst Picture list. The Mummy.
Not as bad as everybody made it out to.
And Transformers. Oh, they got it in, hang on, Roman numeral.
The
That's
last
10, 15, 16, 17. They have it. Transformers 17, the last night. That is their worst picture nominations. All right, so let's start it off this evening, and let's just give our very professional opinion on who should win Worst Picture from the Razzies this year. I'm going to start with you, Charlie. What do you think?
I'm going to say 50 Shades just because it's just dumpster fire in the words of Brian. Baywatch I never saw. I probably will eventually. The Emoji Movie, I don't have kids, so I'm not forced to watch it. And what was the other one? I don't do Transformers.
Transformers.
And then The Mummy with Tom Cruise.
And I mean, that's the thing. Like 50 Shades of The Mummy, kind of, because unless Tom Cruise is in a J.J. Abrams film, it doesn't really work out.
I'm just saying, The Mummy wasn't that bad.
I think after I saw the trailer without sound, it just ruined it. Just
It
like,
probably, that would have ruined it for
Without
me,
the-
too.
without
I missed
music?
that.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah, without music.
That was so good.
Thank you for showing us that, Tim.
Or Tom Cruise is like, the whole time.
Come on, Tom, make it believable.
So you're going with, so you think that it should be, you think it's
50
going to be
Shades.
50 Shades Darker.
Yes.
Brian, what is your,
Transformers.
you're going with Transformers? Why do you think Transformers will be the worst?
Because I watched the first 15 minutes of it and turned it off.
So you're going with the Transformers.
Yeah.
All right. Tim, what do you think?
Can you come back to me?
Okay, Tim's in the process of getting the family back in the car. Aaron,
It's got to be Transformers.
you think Transformers?
They have just ran out of ideas. The fact that it's all about Merlin and King Arthur, it's just ridiculous.
The only saving grace of the Transformers last night was the and his name escapes me right now. The guy
Marky
who
Mark?
no,
That's what I was gonna say.
not Marky Mark.
Could have been
The
the
Funky
Funky
Bunch.
Bunch.
It's just
yes.
good. Now, the only thing that would redeem in there is if they'd had that playing in the background. Good vibration. They didn't, though. So I can't say that. The guy who played Merlin in it, I can't remember his name. He was in the Hunger Games. I'd have to look it up.
Woody Harrelson.
Shoot, what's his name?
I can't remember it right off the top.
Is it the singer?
No, he plays the.
Lenny Kravitz.
No, not the singer. It is not. It isn't
Newton
Lenny
John.
Kravitz. It's
I want to say John Turturro, but I know that's wrong.
Nah. Anyway, I can't remember his name. Charlie's looking up for us right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with this list. I'm going to have to go with the crowd favorite Baywatch. That's my pick.
You just bet against Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Well,
I have a question real quick. So they actually saw Merlin in the Transformers movie?
yes. Yeah, he's actually in it.
I always thought that was just kind of a joke.
No, he's actually in it. No, King Arthur's in it, and Merlin's in it at one point, and it is the I think it's the Transformers. If I was following it correctly, because I really couldn't really tell, I watched the whole movie, but I think they give him Excalibur or something like that. I can't remember exactly what's going on. Anyway,
I'm sure they did.
Baywatch is my pick for that, just because it was just so incredibly bad. I think they're going to pick Baywatch on that
Anthony
one.
Hopkins is in Transformers First Night.
Yeah,
Oh wow!
Here's my pick. I think it's going to be the Emoji Movie, but I think it should be the Mummy.
I mean, would they really vote against Tom Cruise and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson?
No.
I don't think they can.
Oh, yeah.
Would they vote against Marky Mark though? That's
I think that's a 50-50 coin toss there.
Stanley Tucci.
yes, that's him. That's the guy I'm thinking about. Yeah, he was great. Of course, he's great in everything he's in. I like him in everything. I don't think they'd pick 50 Shades Darker. That's just too easy a pick for me.
Well, it's coming out again, like in the next.
Yeah, they're not gonna throw that out there. But
they're like, we've already got a pick for next year. We're good.
But the Razzies are a little bit different. They do some of that stuff like that.
True.
All right, let's move on to the next. Moving on to the next list here. It sounds like Tim's on an airplane.
Yeah.
Like he's.
I'm on I-75.
It sounds like he's flying a jet fighter. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Lovely Ford Explorer that we've rented.
Worst actress in a movie.
You don't even have to go past the first one.
This would be number one on the list. Would be Katherine Heigl.
Heigl.
Sorry, I couldn't read it.
Like I said, and we're done. Next.
If you're looking at the video, which me and Aaron are looking at each other right now, I have on my glasses. These are not my good ones. I took my contacts out earlier. I can't hardly see the screen. Katherine Heigl for Unforgettable. Dakota Johnson for they're racking that up. 50 Shades Darker. For 50 Shades Darker. Jennifer Lawrence for Mother.
I'm surprised, J-Law.
Tyler Perry for Boo 2, the media Halloween, and Emma Watson for The Circle. Anybody want to?
You got J-Law and Emma.
Oh, is it?
There.
Sorry.
I mean,
Medea.
how does that happen?
Medea's Halloween.
because
okay.
Mother looks terrible.
But it's still J-Law.
Yeah.
I mean, like, wasn't she the darling of Hollywood? I mean, that's kind of hard to.
Until she tripped up the stairs.
That's what it
Oh.
is.
But it's
That's
all
what did
downhill
it.
from there.
So
Oh, Charlie, that made her more endearing. They loved her even more.
That's got to be Katherine Heigl for me.
you think so?
Which I know that's painful for Charlie because he liked Grey's Anatomy.
She was not good in Grey's Anatomy. I mean, she was good, but I mean,
Not good.
She left on bad terms.
Oh, okay. So you're okay with her then?
Words.
Is that Merlin? What? Merlin?
Tim's transforming into his Ford
It's
Aerostar.
got Excalibur. Whoa.
Brian, what's your pick?
Oh, I'd say Catherine.
You're gonna go with Katherine. Tim, you got a pick? You said. Tim's gone. All right.
And just like that.
Tim fell out.
Tim is-
Aaron, while you're still here, before the darkness,
Almost
this is not working.
It's awesome.
Harry.
You're a brick area dog.
I hate the Medea movies.
That might do y'all, baby. Yes.
Wow, our professionalism.
Knows no bounds.
This is why we're getting picked up by Podcast One. You know that, right?
on the Jericho Network.
Yeah. Aaron, what's your pick for worst actress?
It's gonna be Jennifer Lawrence for Mother.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Have you
it's
seen
just
it?
Crazy.
I think we need to have
No,
a.
I've just read about it.
I honestly believe that we should have a Mother viewing party one night just to see how bad it is.
Is it dumpster fire level? Bad?
Oh, I think it's even beyond dumpster
If
fire.
you read, I read the synopsis, but much like Aaron, it sounds like the worst thing I will ever put in my eyeballs. And I've seen Tag.
I think I'm going to go with Jennifer.
This is like flaming bag of dog pile.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
this is definitely flaming
wow.
bag of dog pile.
This makes Justice League look like something we actually liked.
I am definitely going with. I'm going to go with Jennifer Lawrence on that as well, due to the fact that she's now seems to be the one everybody likes to. I mean, it's kind of the shove around because the movie was so bad. I mean, it was just absolutely terrible, and I think that they're looking to. I hate to say, because she's from our hometown, but I think she's going to be I think she's the scapegoat now. I think she's going to be the one that everybody's like, nah, she was in that Mother movie. They're going to be doing that. So I think they're going to give it to her. Not that I hate Jennifer Lawrence. I liked her in Hunger Games, and she was all right in the X-Men movies. I thought
she was great as Mystique. I thought she did a really good
I
job.
thought she was really good in the first one and the second one. The third one seemed a little bit too melded in. But
Well, I mean, not just on her part, but everybody.
yeah, I was kind of, except for the guy who plays Quicksilver in it.
Well, yeah, he's the best part of the movie.
So it's kind of got kind of old. But anyways, so I think Jennifer Lawrence. I think it's our pick for the Razzie on that one.
Nobody asked me. And
Oh, I'm sorry.
50 Shades Darker.
Oh, you going with Dakota Johnson on that one?
I'm going
Are
with
you voting straight?
the
50
clean-
Shades
yeah,
ticket.
That's I'm straight ballot for 50 Shades. If it's on there, I'm voting.
I just don't think that. I think they might give it to her because she's Don Johnson's daughter. I just think that might be the way they go with that. But I'm still sticking with Jennifer Lawrence on that one. All right, worst actor. Here we go.
This list kind of pains me.
Worst actor is Tom Cruise for The Mummy, Johnny Depp for Pirates of the Caribbean.
Right there, Captain Jack. Captain Jack.
They're saying Pirates of the Caribbean 10, 11, 12, 13. Dead Men Tell No Tales. Jamie Doran, 50 Shades Darker. Zac Efron for Baywatch. Here it is. He gets a double dip on this one. Mark Wahlberg, Daddy's Home 2, and Transformers The Last Night. Charlie, kick it off. Who do you think is going to win worst actor?
I think it's going to be Zac Efron, but I still think it's the dude for 50 Shades.
Jamie
Never
Dornan.
seen any of them, but I'm just, it's a principle thing at this point.
Brian?
I can't vote against Captain Jack, so I'm gonna have to go because I watched Dead Men Tell No Tales, and
Was it bad?
eh,
Oh, okay.
I'm
That's all
gonna
Brian's
go-
going to say.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 50 Shades. Jamie Dornan.
All right. Aaron, you got to pick for worst actor.
I'll probably go Mark Wahlberg.
All right. Tim, are you there?
Have you
I'm
transformed
here,
back?
Sorry, I'm definitely on going double Allen Ball down on Mark Wahlberg.
Double A.
I'm going to join the Allen Balls on this and say Mark Wahlberg is going to win that one. I haven't seen Daddy's Home 2. I saw the first one, and it was like not remarkably funny, but it still had a couple moments, like when Will Ferrell rides the motorcycle through the house. I think that was the only moment that was any good. But Transformers The Last Night, oh my gosh, it is so bad.
I'm going just for the Transformers movie, just because I haven't even seen that one, but I saw the one before this where Mark Wahlberg tells the audience every 5 minutes that he's an inventor, and I just haven't gotten over that.
In this one, I said it last week, or the last time we were here, I said that he was an inventor in the first one, and then somehow between the two, he learned how to professionally halo jump from 35,000 feet and land it on top of a building. So I'm going to go with Mark Wahlberg on that as well. I think that he probably deserves worst actor in that movie. I haven't seen The Mummy, so I can't pass judgment on Tom Cruise. All right, moving on. Worst supporting actor.
Oh,
That would number one on that one is, let's see. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Javier Bardem for Mother.
Javier Bardem.
Javier Bardem. I'm just gonna stop. Somebody else needs.
I was like, I'm looking at the list, and I'm like, that's not on my list, John.
I
Like,
do. Unless your name is Matt, unless name's Smith. That's all I know. We don't have many Javiers up in Henry County.
Well, I just guessed because Mother's been on there so much. I wasn't trying to.
I'm gonna let somebody else come over here and sit here and read these for the rest of the evening because I definitely don't know.
Javier Bardem is a bad one.
You wanna
John.
sit here and read it?
You're good.
I can read from here.
All right, you can read it from there. I'm gonna
So,
let
we're-
Brian take over because I cannot see the screen.
So, worst supporting actor, we have Javier Bardem with Mother and Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. Russell Crowe, The Mummy. Josh Dumanhill, Transformers The Last Night. Mel Gibson, Daddy's Home 2. Anthony Hopkins for Collide and Transformers The Last Night.
All right. So, what do you got there, Charlie? What do you think?
I think they're going to give it to Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of, fallen out of favor with Hollywood.
Yeah, ever since the anti-Semitic.
Mhm.
Yeah, they don't take kindly to that stuff. All right,
Makes
Brian.
sense.
I've got to go with a tie on this one.
Uh-oh.
It's Javier Bardem and Russell Crowe, because Russell Crowe was just terrible in The Mummy, and Javier Bardem's character was just, no.
Aaron?
I'm going to go with Javier Bardem.
Javier,
the mother.
Javier, the mother.
And Tim, who?
I got two. I'm gonna also go with Javier, and I'm also going with Mel Gibson for the same reasons Charlie said, because they hate him.
I'm gonna go with Merle Gadsden and Javier Bardem. No, I haven't seen Russell Crowe in The Mummy. I have seen Anthony Hopkins in Transformers the last night, and he is good in everything. I'm gonna pick Mel Gibson too. I'm gonna go with the Mel Gibson one. I'm not a real big fan of Mel Gibson. He's old and needs to retire. All right, continue on there, Brian.
So the next category, worst supporting actress: Kim Basinger, 50 Shades Darker; Sophia Boutella, The Mummy; Laura Haddock, Transformers: The Last Night; Goldie Hawn, Snatched; and Susan Sarandon, A Bad Mom's Christmas.
I'm going to go with Kim Basinger because she never has been able to act. So
It's been terrible in everything.
let's not break the streak now.
Boom, yeah, 50 Shades here for me too.
You think so?
Gotta be,
Kim Basinger?
gotta be.
I'm Vicky Vale.
Tim.
Thanks, Vicky.
Tim, are you with us?
Tim
All right, Aaron.
Tim's pulling into another pilot station.
I guess Kim Basinger.
Sorry, going through a bad spot here.
It kind of sounds like Tim's trying to get out of the podcast. Like, I'm going bad spot. Wink, wink.
Can't hear it.
Brittany, I'm going to try to get us doing this.
And for all you kids out there who want to start podcasting, this is why you don't podcast from the road.
Well, we've
Oh,
learned
he's
a
gone. Tim left.
We've learned a valuable lesson.
Aaron, what's your pick?
I think Kim Basinger.
It's a clean sweep.
I'm going to have to go with Kim Basinger too, because this would be one of her many kind of adult themed movies.
I'm Vicky Vale.
Yes, and she's never been any good in hardly any of them. So yeah, okay, I'll say they're gonna pick Kim Basinger.
Well, clean sweep.
All right, Brian,
Which one's the next comp? What do you have?
I
the
got
combo?
worst screen combo.
Okay, worst screen combo. Any combination of two characters, two sex toys, and two sexual positions. 50 Shades Darker.
Whoa, easy there, Chief. I wasn't ready.
You gotta mute me out next time.
We're
Dang, Brian.
well. Let's start over again, guys. Welcome to Five Live Bears.
Holy crap.
Brian can't be with us anymore.
Brian just harassed all of us. He's done.
There's the flu cough. Okay.
Brian, oh man.
Any combination.
Good
Whoa.
grief.
Don't read it again.
Can't only see it now.
I gotta wipe my glasses off.
Pre-read
that, Brian. Pre-read it before you read it out loud.
Well, I mean, you wanted me to read it. That's why I thought we were skipping.
Brian
this
just dove in, man. Okay.
Be sure to put a not safe for work tag on this one.
Note to self: Brian does not read lists anymore.
Okay, next time
It's
let's,
like-
let's cut that out next time. All right, any
It's like
co-
Rod Bergen. You keep the screen split up.
that would have been a better screen.
Oh,
there.
Tim just missed it.
Yep.
Tim,
What happened?
no, we
We'll-
can't
we'll
tell you.
tell you
Yeah.
later.
We can't tell you now.
You'll hear it on the
There's
podcast.
going
later.
to be some bleeping, probably.
Okay, Brian, continue.
All right. Any combination of two humans, two robots, or two explosions. Transformers: The Last Night. Any two obnoxious emojis. The Emoji Movie. Johnny Depp and his worn-out drunk routine. Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Men Tell No Tales. Tyler Perry in either the ratty, old dress, or worn-out wig. Boo to a Medea Halloween.
I'm still trying to go over the first one.
I'm gonna go with 50 Shades again. I'm gonna drop some knowledge here on the podcast, fans and crew here. If I'm flipping channels and a Tyler Perry movie is on there, I'm watching it. I love all Tyler Perry movies. Tim, let me finish. Let me finish. It's not because I think they're good. It's because the level of trash that it is. Like the family that I think my favorite is The Family That Prays, Prey. Yeah, that's probably the best one because it's a family of predators trying to get what they want. It's got Kathy Bates in it. She ends up having Alzheimer's. Oh yeah, it's every level of trash possible.
Nothing more funny than Alzheimer's.
No, it's funny that someone is exploiting it for their trashy movie about trashy people cheating on people. That's what's funny about it. Tim, don't be that way.
I'm trying to text my daughter.
Okay. Susie, can you come down here and wipe the last 5 minutes of this podcast?
Dang it! I really must have missed.
Yeah, you missed
did.
out.
It was me reading a line about 50 Shades, Tim.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. We'll talk about it later. Brian, what's your pick?
well, it was so funny. Now I don't think 50 Shades is getting voted. So how about we go with the Tyler Perry?
Tim?
I'm going to go with Transformers just because I go back to where anytime there's one robot fighting another robot, you have no idea actually what's going on in the scene until you see who's dead.
That is true. Aaron?
I agree with Tim.
I-
Transformers.
I'm going
I
to
agree with Tim. Yeah.
I'm going to go with Johnny Depp and his worn out drunk routine.
That was funny.
I'm going to go with that one because I think the whole world needs to just be sick of Johnny Depp and his drunk routine. It just gets old. And I know you're a Pirates fan, but it just needs to end. That definitely needs to end.
Yep.
All right, moving on here.
Worst?
Brian's a Pittsburgh Pirates fan?
No, but don't boom.
No, he's just all things Disney. So
Worst remake, ripoff, or sequel: Baywatch, Boo 2, A Medea Halloween, 50 Shades Darker, The Mummy, Transformers: The Last Night.
ooh,
For me, it's got to be Transformers. It was terrible.
I'm going to go. For me, it's a tie between Transformers and The Mummy. I've not seen either one of them, but both of them just look terrible.
I hate that trailer ruined you, Charlie.
Tim, what do you think? You think worst ripoff?
I'm going to go Baywatch.
Aaron?
Transformers.
I haven't seen any of these except for Transformers, so I think I'm just going to have to call it for Transformers on that one for me. It's just absolutely the worst, absolutely horrible. Okay, moving on there, Brian.
Wow, I might need some help with these names. Worst director.
Javier Bardem.
No. Worst director: Darren.
Aronofsky.
There we go. Thank you, Charlie. Michael Bay, James Foley for 50 Shades Darker, Alex Kurtzman for The Mummy, or Anthony Leonidas for The Emoji Movie.
I guessed on that one. Darren Aronofsky, I knew, but yeah.
Continue the list here, Brian. What do you got? What's the next one?
So we were on worst director.
Yes.
Darren Aronofsky, Mother. Michael Bay, Transformers: The Last Night. James Foley, 50 Shades Darker. Alex Kurtzman, The Mummy. And Tony Leonidas, The Emoji Movie.
Charlie, crank us up. What do you think?
I'm going to go against my previous statement. I'm going to go with Darren Aronofsky. And
Mother.
real quickly, the reason being is not because, yes, Mother looks like a terrible film, but he has made really, really good movies in the past. And that's what I don't get. Like, did you watch The Wrestler with
Yes.
Okay, he did that movie.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so when you make such heartfelt films and has such a good story, and the Mother is like, if you don't get it, well, I just don't understand why you don't get it. That's kind of where I'm at with that. So, right below is 50 Shades, dude, but Aronofsky for being just disappointing.
All right. Brian?
Michael Bay. I'm tired of it. Flat out tired of it.
Aaron? We lost Tim again. Aaron?
I'm going to go with The Mummy because I heard it's just boring.
I'm going to go with Transformers. I'm going to side with Brian on this one and go with that they will pick Transformers because the Transformers formula is old. It's just very old, and the first one was really neat because it was really nostalgic, and then it just okay. Then after that, then we had the one with the clinging ball things and all that jazz, and the destruction, and just the parts, and it just wasn't my thing. So after that, it was kind of over. Aaron, what's your pick for worst director?
You mean Tim?
Oh, Tim, I'm
I
sorry.
already said The Mummy.
All right, I'm sorry, Tim. Worst director, Tim.
Sorry about that. I'm going to go with the mother one, Darren
Aronofsky.
All right.
Darren Aronofsky, yeah.
All right, Brian.
Worst screenplay: Baywatch, The Emoji Movie, 50 Shades Darker, The Mummy, or Transformers: The Last Night.
All right.
Go first.
All right. I'm going to stick with my gut on this and say that they're probably on the worst screenplay. I would say they're probably going to go with the 50 Shades Darker. That just seems like something they would pick because those movies are only meant for one thing, and Brian's already told us what that is. So,
Yeah, it was based on a book that was based on fan fiction that was based on Twilight. That's what 50 Shades, like the lady who wrote 50 Shades has to pay Stephanie Myers from Twilight.
Really?
Yeah, because it started off and that the characters in 50 Shades are Bella and Edward from Twilight.
No way.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Charlie dropping truth.
Yeah, I can back Charlie up on that. I knew that.
Wow.
Of all people in this podcast, Tim, I knew you would know.
And I knew you would know that.
Exactly. I mean, I didn't mean that as an insult. I just knew that you would know that type of trivia.
You were referencing when you and I sat down and had a book club together.
Is it a book club when we just discuss fan fiction that we find on Tumblr, though? Is that really a book club, or is that
the book club you're referring to?
is that something?
Yeah.
Is that what we're calling it? Okay.
Aaron.
Charlie and I actually have amateur fan fiction. We write a chapter and send it to each other.
Oh, wow.
It's
Nice.
kind of like a Good Omens with Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. I'll write a chapter, he'll write a chapter. I'll write a chapter, he'll write a chapter.
Aaron.
Exactly.
I'm trying to remember what the category was.
Worst screenplay.
All right. We're having some serious camera problems tonight. Brian melted it down earlier.
I'm back
All right.
for not even one full podcast, and I'm taking.
Yeah, I
it
know. All right, let's get this thing going. Let's get this list done here. What else we got here, Brian? Is that it?
That's it.
All right, let's look here real quick at the end here. Nominations per film: Transformers: The Last Night. I almost said The Last Jedi.
Hey.
Oops.
Close enough.
The Transformers: The Last Night received 9 nominations. 50 Shades Darker received 8. The Mummy received 7. Baywatch 4 and the Emoji Movie also received 4 nominations for that. But we do have some honorable mentions this evening before we go. These are the 10 actually bad movies worse than the Razzie nominations that came out this week. So we're just going to run down this list very quickly and kind of discuss it. See what we got here. Here they go. Number 1 on their list is, and I think it should have made it, Justice League.
Woo!
Justice League. There it is. There we go. Justice League made it into the top 10 of movies that should have made it. Anybody have any dissension on that? Anybody have anything that you would like to say?
No.
They should have just shut the Razzies down and handed it all to them.
Just
If you'd like to hear my Justice League rant, it's on a couple podcasts.
My Razzie.
I mean,
My Razzie.
Aquaman was in an air bubble underwater.
Did you see my Facebook picture of him riding the Never Ending Story dog?
Falcor.
Yes.
Riding Falcor.
Yeah.
That's not a dog. That's a luck dragon.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Number 9 is The Snowman.
See, I still want to see that.
Snowman with
I kinda wanna see
Magneto.
that also.
Levi in that?
It's the guy who plays Magneto.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now this picture of him here makes him look like he's got frozen snot coming out of his nose. That's kind of weird. I don't like that picture. So Snowman is number 9. Number 8, Suburbicon with Matt Damon.
Want to see that too. I heard
Yeah,
it's
I
bad,
kinda-
but I like the idea of it.
I'm a kind of in the closet Matt Damon fan.
Which one is Suburbicon?
That's the one where Matt Damon's wife is like in debt for the mob, and they kill him, so he goes, or they kill her, and he like enacts his revenge by going after the mob. But it looks like it's in this reality of the show or the film. It's like a kind of like a comic book kind of scenario where like everybody knows the mob run stuff, but it's not on. It's on the surface, but it's not. But it is. I don't know. It looks interesting. I know it's a Coen Brothers script directed by Clooney. I'll watch it eventually.
Next one on their list here is the Book of Henry, which kind of shocks me that they would put something like that on there, being that it's such a kind of a hardcore movie about a young boy who tries to rescue his neighbor who's being abused by her stepfather.
Oh, yeah.
I can see where that is. Now, I do not agree with this one at all. Netflix's Bright. They put Bright on there as something that should have got it. I don't agree with that. I like that movie. That movie was actually a pretty decent one.
Will Smith was even talking bad about it, though.
Was he?
Yeah.
Well, then Will Smith shouldn't have been in it. Okay, I mean,
I'm just saying, it was like, that doesn't bode well when you talk bad about your own film,
Aaron, have you seen Bright?
I have not.
No.
It's like it's different now, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's good. I have no problem with it. Let's see here. Next page. I got to click the page here.
Turn the page.
Next on our list, Flatliners. That is a remake.
Yeah.
You're never going to get better than the original Flatliners.
Well, I mean, it was terrible too. Why remake it with Juno?
Yeah, but the original one was so early '90s, late '80s.
It did fit its time frame.
Yeah, it was all right. It had Kiefer Sutherland, had the Baldwin in it. It had the other Baldwin in it. Had that,
Julia Roberts.
Had that girl in it, Julia Roberts. It had another guy in it, Oliver Platt.
Oliver Platt is an American treasure.
He was in it. So, yeah, I can get behind the original Flatliners. I cannot get behind this. Especially when the other Baldwin was getting beat up by the little boy the entire movie. Or Kiefer Sutherland's getting beat up by the little boy. This Flatliners haven't seen it. Oh, they put the Dark Tower on here as a movie that should be in the Razzies list.
Still haven't watched it. I can't force myself to watch it because I know I'm going to hate it and I'm going to be upset that I hate it.
I wanted to like it. I watched it. I actually rented it. And the first like 30 minutes of the movie were like fairly decent, and then it turned into like this really disjointed kid movie. And I was like, no, it would have been better. Yeah, it was weird. It got really strange. Because at first it seemed like, okay, this is going to be kind of cool. It's that dystopian type atmosphere. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, yeah, it's got this kid in it, and everybody loves the kid, and it's just kind of went downhill from there. Have you seen that, Aaron? Have you seen The Dark Tower? Okay. On the list, one I haven't seen, will not watch, Chips.
Dax Shepard.
I like
funny.
Dax Shepard.
Yeah.
I like Dax Shepard and Kristen Bell.
Yeah.
I like them. That they make me happy that they're together. They're both great, but I don't know. I don't know if I can do it.
No, they took a American classic television show from the 70s and turned it into a dirty movie. I would. We can't have Brian read the synopsis.
No.
Did you see? Have you seen Chips at all?
No, I have not, and I'm not going to see it. It goes against my late 70s, early 80s lifestyle.
Gotcha.
The Only Living Boy in New York. That's one that they said should have been on the list.
I have never heard of that. Just now was the first time I've heard of that.
What, The Only Living Boy? I've heard about it, but I haven't seen it. And last on the list here of the top 10 movies that should have made the Razzies is Fist Fight.
That looks really bad, yeah.
Yeah, Charlie Day and Ice Cube in that. That's not something I'm going to be watching anytime soon. So, anybody have any comments on tonight's list of possibilities? Only one on there that I can really say, I don't think Bright should have been on there. I thought Bright was pretty decent. I know that it's popular to kind of kick movies like that in the mouth a little bit, and because Will Smith's saying it. And I mean, I think he's just saying it because Mark Hamill had to say something bad about Last Jedi. So,
True.
Will Smith's got to say something bad because he wants to be in Mark Hamill's good graces and all that type of stuff. And I don't honestly know if that's true, but that's what I believe. But I don't think Bright should be on there. I don't really think that. I mean, my thing about it is, okay, you know what you're getting when you watch or when you make a movie for Netflix. Okay, I know they make good stuff or they can make good stuff, but okay, it's not going to be the extreme quality that you're going to get if you're out making other movies.
Sure.
And an actor of the caliber of Will Smith, who makes these mega blockbusters, I don't understand why you would, I guess, in my view, stoop to that low of making a Netflix movie, and then after you've made it, complain about it. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Aaron, what do you think?
I think what's missing from the list, worst couple, Luke and his sea cow. Definitely worst couple.
Worst couple. Charlie, you got any honorable mentions?
I think you covered everything that I can think of that looked terrible. Yeah.
All right. Well, we want to thank everybody for listening to us this evening as we continue to move along here into, almost February. We appreciate everybody listening to us on SoundCloud and on Facebook listens, YouTube, Google Play, and iTunes out there. And we just want to continue to thank you all. Like and share us, and we hope that you're having a good evening and hope to see you again next week.
See you later, players.